A very good morning to all of you. Welcome back to Verbal Ability class. Today's topic is parallelism. As I discussed in my first session, that these topics like pronouns, parallelism, modifiers, why do we train you on these topics? So these topics have two very important importance. One is that yes, of course, the questions that we face in the examination, where we may have some errors related to these topics. One error may be related to parallelism, one may be related to modifiers, or one may be related to pronouns. The other importance of understanding these topics is that we should write correct English, because in some of the companies there is a certain criteria to clear that written examination with essay writing or paragraph writing. Correct? So today I will take you to parallelism, where we will learn how to identify there are two objectives of this session. One is how to identify parallelism errors. Second is, if I have to write a long sentence, so how can I write the sentence correctly? Perfect? Shall we start? Okay. So I have written 3 sentences here, and I would request you all just to concentrate on this first sentence. This is a very long sentence. And yes, once you read the sentence, because it has multiple phrases, and of course the sentence is going in a flow that it may have some errors or it may not have some errors. So understand this sentence first, whether the sentence is written in a correct way, grammatically correct way, or the sentence may have some errors. Drunk drivers are thoughtless and take the lives of other people in their own hands, risking their own lives, think about their own pleasure, and never considering the consequence of their lives or actions. The sentence is written. I'm giving you a few seconds to think about the sentence, whether the sentence is written correctly or incorrectly. Yes. If this is just to convey a message, if it is just to communicate with others, as we know in communication talks about just pass on a message to other sentients. So if it is just about conveying a message, the sentence is absolutely fine. I can convey this message in my spoken to anyone, and one person whom I am talking to is able to understand the meaning of the sentence. But when it comes to writing skills, when it comes to examination, the sentence has some errors. I will definitely discuss those errors, because this sentence has some phrases or some clauses. One clause here, till this comma, then the second clause, till this comma, then the third clause, and the last clause with this condition. So why parallelism is in picture? Whenever we have multiple clauses, 3 clauses, 4 clauses, so we may forget the structure of the sentence. So this parallelism talks about the structure of the sentence. I'm sure you must have studied this topic or this word in your maths topic is parallelism. So when we talk about 2 parallel lines. So in mathematics it talks about 2 parallel lines, but in verbal ability in English it talks about 2 parallel structures. 2 or more. The sentences that we have, the clauses that we have, they should have the parallel structure. So now when we talk about parallel structure, do we have the parallel structure of the phrases given here or not? Yes. Here this sentence is talking about with this verb take. Now we have risking, gerund, or maybe verb plus ing. We have again think, the present verb, and then again ing from the verb. So it is disturbed with the structure. So because this is a very long sentence, I'll come to the sentence later on. Let's discuss the rules first and see these small level examples. Then we will solve this difficult and the long question. Correct? Okay. This is simple example, just one sentence. The cake was baked, frosted, and I put ice on it. So once again, the sentence is absolutely fine when I want to say the sentence to somebody. That yes, the cake was baked, frosted, and I put ice on it. Now, if I talk about the structure, this sentence is in passive voice. The cake was baked. Another part of the sentence that we call a phrase, frosted, is also frosted is also in passive voice. So this is in passive voice, this is in passive voice, while the sentence is in active voice. I put ice on it. Correct? So passive, passive, active. That means there is no standard structure for the whole sentence. Different clauses, different phrases are written in different structure, different ways. So either I have to write all the phrases, all the clauses in active voice or in passive voice. So what can be the right sentence if I write all the phrases of the sentence, all the clauses of the sentence in passive voice? The cake was baked, frosted and iced. Instead of writing I put ice on it, I can make it S-I-C-E. Iced. Correct? Fine? Okay. The next sentence, he is not only a gentleman, but also he knows how to persuade people. We can apply the same funda here, that yes, this sentence is talking about the simple way, the simple sentence. He is not only a gentleman, but also, so here we have one word, gentleman. What is the need of writing he knows how to persuade people? That means parallelism also helps us to avoid redundancy. Parallelism helps us to avoid unnecessary words from the sentence. So the sentence could be written in that way, that he is not only a gentleman but also persuasive. Correct? So persuasive person is the one who knows how to persuade people. Persuasive. So we can write, parallelism, parallel word, adjective to adjective. So this is an adjective word. So I can write another adjective for the whole sentence as persuasive. So he's not only a gentleman but also a persuasive person. Correct? Okay. Now, what are the ways or what are the cases where we have parallelism? So parallelism is noun parallelism. So noun parallelism is like both the ideas or the clauses or the parts, both means all the parts of the sentence should be parallel with noun. For an example, I went to the market, I bought a chair and a table, of course. I would write chair and table. So these chair and table are nouns. When I say parallelism of adjective, so this is an example of parallelism of adjective. Gentleman. Gentleman is a noun or adjective? Yes? Okay, so let's discuss once again because I wanted to share something here. The understanding about these parts of speech, adjective, gentleman, or persuasive, a gentleman or a noun. Yes, I intentionally wrote it this word here. Adjective are the words that talks about the quality of the person. Correct? And noun, that means maybe the personal noun or maybe person noun means proper noun and common noun. Correct? So, gentleman, and of course, noun can be replaced by a pronoun but adjective cannot. So, I can replace gentleman by a word he, and he is a pronoun, hence gentleman is a noun. Abstract noun, gentleman, and common noun, correct? So, this is noun parallelism, gentleman to persuasive, not adjective, correct? Yes? So, don't be confused about it. I hope this is clarity now, that when I write noun, it is noun to noun. When I write adjective, it is adjective to adjective. So, gentleman and persuasive is a noun. Now, persuasive person, persuasive. So, when we talk about the qualities of a person, right? So, when I say he is intelligent, so intelligent is adjective, correct? Intelligent and efficient. Efficient is an adjective. Next is noun parallelism, adjective parallelism. Okay. Next is in the parallelism, adverb parallelism. So how do we write adverb parallelism? Sentence with adverb. Like he does his work efficiently and effectively. So he does his work. Let me write the sentence here. He does his work he does his work efficiently and effectively. So these two words, efficiently and effectively, are adverbs. I cannot write the sentence this way that he does his work effectively or effectively and on time or effectively with no errors. So this is like, adverb parallelism to adverb parallelism. Correct? That is another case of, writing parallelism, and this is about correlative conjunctions. So in the case of correlative conjunctions, we write parallel structures, such as, for correlative conjunctions, we write parallel structures such as not only but also. These are the correlative conjunctions. Apart from not only but also, there are other correlative conjunctions such as either or, neither nor, both and. These are no sooner than. These are correlative conjunctions. Correct? So this is the total funda of parallelism. Now, how to avoid parallel structures, how to avoid parallel errors? Whenever we are writing different clauses, please make sure that all the clauses to be written, all the phrases to be written with the same structure, either noun to noun parallelism, adjective to adjective, adverb to adverb, verb to verb parallelism. And that verb to verb parallelism is tenses parallelism. So in tenses parallelism, now let's focus on the sentence first. For tenses parallelism, yes. So this first sentence says, drunk drivers are thoughtless and take. So this is simple present tense. Take the lives of other people in their own hands. Now risking, this is again verb plus ing, gerund form, ing from the verb. Next is think. So this is simple present tense. And then considering. So this sentence has only the parallelism error, that is called verb parallelism. So how can I write this sentence? How can I rewrite this sentence with the parallel structure? Drunk drivers. Now this thoughtless can be written here as adverb. Drunk drivers thoughtlessly are taking. So I am changing the word is according to the other tenses. Drunk drivers are thoughtlessly. Drunk drivers are thoughtlessly taking the lives of other people in their own hands, comma, risking their own lives, comma, thinking, not think about their own pleasure. And so yes, of course, whenever we have multiple phrases, multiple clauses, the last clause should be used with the conjunction, should be added with the conjunction. Before to the last clause, all the clauses to be added with the punctuation, comma. And never considering the consequence of their actions. Either this way or another way also, that drunk drivers thoughtlessly take. So the sentence can be written in both the ways, either with simple present or plus present continuous. That drunk drivers are thoughtlessly take the lives of other people and risk their own lives, think about their own pleasures and never consider the consequence of their actions. So this way we can write the parallel structures, this way we can find out the errors in the parallelism, or this way we can write errorless sentences in essay writing, long sentences in essay writing. I would like to wind up the session with this only. I will be sharing a class worksheet where we have some examples, where we have some sentences to rewrite, and then we'll have a quiz in the evening. This quiz would have questions related to parallelism. Please make sure that you all solve those questions correctly. In case you have any problem, you have any doubt, you can write it to me on my personal number. Thank you.